Welcome to the big fight, and this is a week where I think many of us are in a state of a certain amount of depression. I certainly am, because of what exactly happened with the Indian cricket team at the T20 World Cup. Lots of expectations, extremely high expectations, lots of disappointment, and then after that, lots of anger as well. Some people think that anger is being a bit excessive, misplaced, but let's at least turn our attention to what exactly did go wrong in the West Indies. Perhaps to learn some lessons for the next time, because a lot of the things that went wrong also went wrong last time around. We don't appear to have learnt our lessons. Let's see if we can actually do that this time. And we have an absolutely fantastic panel to take us through some of the issues that emerged from the T20 World Cup. And we're also going to be playing for you a lot of what some of the major icons, Dhoni said at his press conference, Sachin Tendulkar in that interview to Mandira Bedi said a short while back as well. So we'll be playing some of those comments for you through the show. But let me welcome onto the program Mohammad Azharuddin, who needs no further introduction. Should I just introduce you as Member of Parliament from Moradabad? Right, that's it. Okay. Azhar, Mandira Bedi, great to have you with us. And you can also tell us exactly what else Sachin said to you off the record, which maybe you can get out of you right now as to what's going to happen. Sanjay Jha, Managing Director of CricketNext.com, probably seeing a big slump in page views now after India crashed out.
On the contrary.
It's gone up after India crashed out. Yeah. That's interesting. Latika Khaneja, Managing Partner, Kailash Sports Management. Now, Latika, you are here as a representative of just about all the entire Indian cricket team. You represent what? Virendra Sehwag, Ashish Nehra, poor Ravindra Jadeja, whole lot of people you represent. So we're going to be asking you to explain exactly what happened and where it happened and why catches were dropped and everything else. But okay, you've already heard a lot about it anyway. And finally, V. Krishnaswamy, journalist, senior journalist, you've been writing about the sport for a long, long time. You're also media head, Delhi Daredevils. So I'm tempted to make you official spokesperson for the IPL, but I will not.
Oh my God, I hope not.
No, I won't. I was just kidding. I was pulling your leg. Okay, before I come to all of you to get your perspective as to what went wrong, there are various theories, of course, that have been doing the rounds for what actually went wrong in the T20 World Cup. Let's just flash some of them up for you, and maybe we can do a quick snap poll of the audience before we start this and then see where we end up with. When we are asked this question on the net and elsewhere, what is it attributed to? A lot of people have been saying it's because of the IPL, exhaustion. IPL and actually post-IPL parties is the other theory which comes around this. That's one. Number two, inability to play short pitch bowling, which makes a lot of sense, I guess, in Barbados. It would not completely explain the performance against Sri Lanka, but then that's there. Bad tactics, bad captaincy is something else which a lot of people are talking about. Poor team selection is something that many people have been suggesting. And finally, lack of commitment and intensity. And we've also heard all of this, what the coach is apparently saying, many people are unfit and were not ready to go. Can I just quickly turn to the audience before we start this show? How many of you think IPL is to blame? Raise your hands. Okay, a few hands. How many of you would blame inability to play short pitch bowling? Okay, lots more hands. How many would blame bad tactics and captaincy? Okay, a few people. Poor team selection? All of you. Poor team selection. Okay, lack of commitment and intensity. Okay, not that many, so something holding up the cricketers there. Azhar, what would you think?
Well, I think we played very poorly. I think the team was not up to the mark, and I think the selection also was not very good. Because I think the players who really did well in the IPL, because I remember before the team went to the World Cup, went for the World Cup games, they said that IPL was good enough practice. But I think in some of the IPL matches, there are some players who really did well. I mean, I thought they should have been picked, like the players like Yuvraj, and there are so many other players who have not been doing very well, they're out of form. I think you cannot pick players on reputation, because especially when you're going for World Cup 2020.
Mandira?
On those couple of headings that you had, I think what was also missing was the fact that our bowling was also pretty weak. Dhoni didn't have a go-to bowler like every team has had. We've had some poor fielding as well. I don't know about lack of commitment. Everybody goes into a tournament wanting to win. And I mean, we won.
But in fact, the Indian coach is saying that you're going into the tournament overweight, unfit. Frankly, Azhar is looking a lot fitter than some of the players in the Indian team.
Fitness has never been very high on the priority list. New India got fitness into the mix.
Tuba.com